YouTube fam? It's Dark Angel's Journey. I'm Shakira. Uh, gotta get back to backtesting. I'm like properly. Though, if I'm being completely honest with you guys, I think that mostly for the rest of the year, I'll be spending more time doing demo trades than backtesting. And if I have time, I'll videotape those. Like I've been dropping random, no intros, no cuteness, just all right, I have a few minutes. Nobody else's sound is gonna be in there, and then I'll drop it. So I figured we could go through last week's potential trades, the silly trades I did take, and the simple realization I've had that confirms that you really, really don't need to take like a ton of trades to be profitable in a week. Like a few trades a week would be more than enough. You start to lose that consistency and that ability to make that money if you keep trying to push and push and push. And you gotta follow your process. Like I said, I wasn't gonna trade on Thursday, and what did I do? I traded on Thursday like an idiot and um lost some of the gains that I'd made the week before. So yeah, not cool. Not cool at all. In any case, I chose not to trade on non-farm to, give myself, and if I'm being completely honest, I haven't been feeling that great this week anyway, and you should be trading when you're not feeling right. So first things first, let's get tiny. And, I bought a string to hold my glasses so I can actually find them on a regular. I don't know if that's like an old lady thing. Don't judge me. And this lady will never be old. All right, so and the other thing that I realized this week is that when my charts are too full, I get really, really like distracted. I'm not gonna lie. Like IC knows what he's talking about when he says that it's too much. All right, so Thursday, look what I did to myself on Thursday. And then on Wednesday, I took a stupid loss when I should have this one should have been a nice, $500 gain, but I didn't trust my short when I should have. All the longs were wrong, obviously. And then, on the Monday, I took one trade, beautiful, done. So that's what I want to do. I want to just take one trade, the wins should be bigger than the losses, et cetera, et cetera. But like I said, the Thursday before non-farm payroll, the precision was off, just like ICT says, and I don't know, I just kept forcing it, and that's not good. So let's see what we should have been doing. So this is my main one. I am going to try and keep it as clean as possible. So let's backtrack. Let's use this guy. And this is what the hourly chart looks like. I was expecting them to come up here, take this, and drop for non-farm, but they didn't do that. They just kept going. All right, let's go up to the daily. So we've been stuck in this range, and we broke up. We didn't close anything above this, so we'll see. Um, if they close above it, then they might be heading for these highs up here. In the meantime, let's go back to Friday, Thursday. I guess we can go backwards, right? One day at a time. Let's start with Monday. Let's just do them in order. All right. This is Monday. All right. So let's drop down to 1 hour. So I've been using ICT Sun's process, and that's been working really well. So let's see if I can figure out what trade I actually took on Monday. All right. So 15 minutes. So the process is relatively simple, right? It's um we're looking for relatively equal highs or lows where they're trying to where they're trying to take those out and then reverse. And then we're looking for like 80 ticks or something like that. In a initial bid to learn and get comfortable with winning and then slowly be able to take more out of it, right? So I kind of shot myself in the foot on Tuesday, but when I had my 80 ticks, I didn't take it. I don't know why. All right, so what time is it? It's 9:30, right? So 9:30's been going up. We're in a consolidation. We're actually inside of this uh, range for the most part. We just ran up into a premium basically. So the oh, higher traded through inside of this breaker. The fair value gap. We're also inside this new week opening gap. So let's see. So we dropped outside of the new week opening gap, which per ICT is an indication as to where they're trying to go. And then they roll back up into it. And then if they fail to take this top out, then, So let's drop to a 5 minute. And I obviously have something in here because I haven't been deleting my estimates for trades, right? So it's 9:30, we ran up. I actually don't know if there's any news, so let's make sure that we take that into account. So Monday, oh, we had something at 10 a.m. to look for. And then 11 o'clock, Powell was going to speak. So, let's see, just got to wait till after 10 o'clock then. Okay, yeah. So 10 o'clock, you just had to wait. So where is the buy side? So this is um, that's the London high, I believe. 330 London high, yeah. So this is the London high. So I'll call that buy side. All right, cool. And right, it's the AM lows right there. And we have this thing that they're hanging out inside of as well, along with the New Week opening gap. And then there's the daily BISI low. And then there's a C of a daily wick in here. Too much going on. Too much going on. In any case, so let's drop down until 5 minutes. So we've dropped up, took out this high right here. So I'm gonna do this. It's 10 o'clock right there. We'll look at it on the 1 minute. So it's obvious that I was looking for something. All right, so we just ran up. We took out all this buy side. It's 10 o'clock, 10:03. So let's let another 1 minute go by. And let's see if we can see anything juicy in a 30-second, right? That's another thing, right? So if I can't find anything juicy in a 30-second. Now, I want a short. And on the 5 minute, taking out this low would validate a short right here. But also taking out like a high, like this or this, would also potentially validate it. So let's go back there. So I obviously took something or considered something here. So let's go down to the 30 seconds. So just wait for the first candle to drop, see if it leaves some sort of fair value gap. And now we're at this BISI low. Right. All right, so now I'm starting to see why I wanted to take an entry. All right, so let's see, 48 ticks, da-da-da. Got this, the C of this wick. There's a fair value gap right here. So I'm hoping it turns into a inversion fair value gap. I think about it like so, something like that. So let's see if we could get something like that. Let's see if we go back up. No, yeah, so the general gist of things is, let's see, I'm supposed to take it right there with, I would expect like a stop above there. You'd expect, right? So let's see if I can drop to a 15-second. I guess I can't. Okay, 30 seconds is as low as we can go in this one. What happened? Don't tell me it. Ah, lies and deceit. Anyway, let's go back. Right. So the other thing, Ice-T says grab it right there and then take your high up. The other thing is I'd want an entry above the halfway point from this price leg. So let's see if we can get something like that instead. I don't know. But I did say I wanted this inversion fair value gap to be a thing, right? Yeah. So, okay, let's stick to the model. Let's back up. Let's stick to the model. So if we stuck to the model, we would have got our entry right there and we would have had a stop like 12 ticks that way. And I was looking, they have this and looking for 100 and something ticks, whatever. So then I would have been selling right there. I'm not worried about premium and discount. So then, okay, this guy did become an inversion fair value gap, so I like that. It's good information. And then I was looking for this low to get taken out so I could get a little something something from there. And right there, flatten. So I got 100 and something ticks on the Monday. Let's see, did I get the same entry? So that would have been 14,967.25 for that Monday trade. This one right here, 14,939 with an exit at 14,914. So I took a different trade. 14,939. 14. So further down here, 939 to 914. Ah, okay, let's see what happens. So I obviously think technically could have held for down here, but let's see what entry did I look at. Okay, so 939. So I took an entry under here, and all right, so it must have come back up. So let's see. So this is the initial entry, but I took a different entry. Why? Let's see. So we took some stuff out here. Let's drop to 30-second because I followed the process. So why would I have taken it? Ah, they took some stuff out again. All right, so we took some buy side out and then we turned around. That's why. All right, 30 seconds. All right, and let's see. All right, so we had something here. Let's see. Looking for maybe the C of this wick, something like that. That's probably what I was looking at. So let's zoom in on that because I can't tell too many things around me. Yeah, so this, let's see, this should be the entry right there. A stop list like that. Something take that low out. So I must have waited. There's a thing right here, maybe. It can't be right. So this is the second. I took this at 9:52. So 9:52. Oh, did I take a long? Hold on, I didn't even look. It's a short. Yeah. Oh, I took it over here and I got out. That's why. Haha, haha. Up here, 9:39. Sweep from here. And then 14. Take out that low. There it is. Okay, hold on. Let's go back because this is the 10 o'clock setup. I didn't even notice that. I waited for this shift. Let's see. Let's drop to a 30-second. So I got a nice. So they took out this high, this right here. So I'm surprised I didn't get that one. Did I get this one? Yeah, somewhere in here. And then I took it from here to take out that low. I don't know why I didn't catch that one. But anyway, so my trade was from here to here. Imagine that, right? It was pretty quick. Interesting. And then that would have also netted 119, which would have been okay too. Anyway, so back up to 5 minutes. So we're sideways. We're inside of this new week opening gap. And for a proper shift to continue downward, I need them to give me something more. So here's a short-term low that would need to be broken. We have a high traded through. So what time is it? 10:25. Okay. Like this made me feel like they were going to continue down. So do we create a new? So we took a high out here. This is a short-term low. So there's a shift right there. And let's drop to 1 minute. All right, so we shifted below here and we were originally going up. But the general thing is, well, at the moment, sideways. So could be doing anything. But I prefer this. We didn't get that. This is all sideways BS. Like this is the law I wanted them to take out. They didn't take it out. They did this. So with that in mind, that means that we've just swept all of this and we could potentially take a long. Well, let's put it right there. Let's see what this looks like. Okay. And maybe to go up to there. I don't know. Let's see. Let's drop down to 30 seconds and see if they give us the opportunity. So, yeah, so on the 32nd, they did right there. So if it comes down any more, then I would just buy it right there. Right, move. Okay. We'll just buy it with the expectation that we're going up. I'm going to just aim for that high to be taken out right there. Take that off. And so yeah, so I could have absolutely waited for that. So that and stop needs to be below this wick. Ugh, I don't like it. Aiming for that. So my preference would be a 48 tick stop, being honest with you. So that's what I would have had. So if I'm okay, let's just be 12, whatever. So we have this high here, high here, high here. Let's see if we get up there. And stopped out. All right, so if I'd followed the process, just waiting to take that high out would have been enough. Look at that. Can you imagine? So if I'd said, okay, wait for them to tap this puppy, take that high out. Low hanging fruit, right? Look at that. Isn't that crazy? So I need to be okay. Low hanging fruit. Let's just keep it simple. Low hanging fruit. Look at that. I would have been done right there. Right? Let's look at this on the 1 minute. Still looks good. And this is what happens though, like you get super too focused on the lower time frames and it messes you up. This is probably, hope that doesn't give things away. Well, yeah, it does. But so far, so the plan is to reach for a 15-minute high, right? Like which one are you going for? And time matters in this whole thing. So we have this 15-minute or 1 hour high right here. We also have this one, which they fell short of, which makes me feel like they were still reaching for that. We're also hanging out at the midpoint of this new week opening gap. The next potential is the 830 low right here. And so we've been reaching for it and missing it. So let's say this is the high they're going for, right? I'm not even going to aim for that. Let's just do that. It's 10:30. I don't know what actually happens here. And let's also note that the behavior inside of this BISI, right? And this buy side imbalance, sell side efficiency. Look at the wicking. So based on that, I'm gonna go long. All right. So, all right. So whatever I do, right? The stop needs to be below here. So let's see. So I'm gonna wait and see how they behave inside of here. So let's do. Oops. Let's do that. And let's see. So we've got 1 minute. So we got this fair value gap. I am going to, from this low to this high. All right. So let's see what this looks like. I want to get below these lows. Ugh, 85 ticks. That doesn't work. 79. Does that get me? Oh, that makes more sense, right? Let's see if I can do 48 ticks right there. If it gets that down here, then I can reach for up here, right? Let's see. That's 211 ticks. I don't know if we're gonna make it that all the way. We'll manage it, all right? So there's a drop, all right? So does it make it to that? Not yet. It does it there. So I'm gonna buy, all right? And technically, once I hit that buy, once that candle happened, I could have waited for this and then bought there if they gave me the opportunity. See? And they would have right there. Okay, so now we're doing this. Okay, so we've taken these highs out properly. If I'm following the real process, I would have been out already. If I just taken this high, I would have been out already. But why not, if they're gonna, we have all of this, let's see if we can get above that at minimum, right? I don't know. So we're in the 30 seconds. I'm well above what I'm supposed to have made. So again, it's this annoying habit. I need to just be comfortable. And let's look at a 1 minute, right? Okay. My entry's all the way down here. So I'm managing this on a 30 second. So my stop at this point we've left this high, so I should be okay below here. So let me draw my little stop thingy. So better, a little better than break even. Okay. And I'm expecting this fair value gap and this to hold it up. And I mean, they're so close to it. Just don't understand why they wouldn't go up there. Okay, beautiful. And let's just be conservative and just wait for them to tap that, and we would flatten right there. Beautiful. So let's look at that a little more. Okay, let's analyze that a little bit more. So, so far, I'm looking at the behavior inside of the new week opening gap, and it's pretty choppy and disgusting on the 15-minute, but the candles' bodies, as much as they are, have been hanging out above the midpoint of the new week opening gap. So let's take that off. My expectation is that they're, at minimum, easy, low-hanging fruit. Go for the top of the new week opening gap or the, little C above it, which, you know, they absolutely went for those highs. Beautiful, low-hanging fruit. But I mean, that would have been perfectly acceptable. So, and that's a relatively simple analysis, right? You just, where have they been going? Like, where did they reach and fall short of, right? They fell short of this high, short-term high. They didn't take it. And whenever I see those signatures, I like that, right? It's nice, it's easy, it's simple. Um, sometimes, when you're looking at live price action, it can get pretty crazy. All right, so it's 11:15. We've taken out this high. We have a wick here. Let's see what the lunchtime. Because I was wondering, because we had this high and is right at the midpoint. So let's take a look at that on the 1 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute. Just curious, right? Because I'm just curious. So 1 minute candle, the behavior up here just felt like it was going down, right? So look at that. Because we had what, Powell talking at 11? Yeah, so Powell was talking, it went up, and now back to our regularly scheduled um back to our regularly scheduled entertainment. So let's see. So I'm also finding that whenever I've got like a good setup, so for example, like if I'd done this, I need to get over this top, it would accommodate the stop that I need, right? It would accommodate it. And then you'd aim for like a 15-minute low or something, which in this case would be down under here. Do they get there? Oh yeah. Look at that. And that would have been if I just aim for that 533 ticks from up here. Can you imagine? Let's take a look at what that would have looked like entry-wise, right? If we'd gotten, so once we came up here and we had a down close candle, not this one, not that one, but that one, right? Let's do this. Okay. So a down close candle up here, and you drop to the 30 seconds. And in that down close candle, there is this. So when it comes back up, right there, just sell. Okay, all right, it's better. Let's stop above there. And then we just get to watch it meander about, come close to our stop, and then drop. Now, if I'm following the model, just to be simple, maybe this low is all I'm looking for, right? Because we know that everything else is down here. But where is, so let's say on the 30 seconds, that's the most juicy low. But we're not going to stop there. We're going to just track this. So far, so good. When it leaves here, we can move our stop. to break even. Okay, so stops like right above there. Nice. See what they do at this low. So we're well above what we need, right? Let me take that off now. And we're here, see what they do. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine like managing this run? Let's get this on the 1 minute, right? So now at bare minimum, my stop is at, let's see, my stop would be here to start, right? So stop loss would be right there. I mean, so my stop loss is over here for now. Now we've just taken this low out, and if I'm going to like hold on to stuff, like say 60 ticks minimum, 80 ticks, let's see what would have happened. Where is that? That's about right there, above this high right here. Two fair value gaps, I would like it to stay above this one. So that locks me in about 400. But we're at 915, man, come on. And then once we leave this area, we take out that low. I want it to break below that. Nice. So then my stop would be right about there. And that would be locking in 147 ticks. Nice. All right, so now we need to see if they're going to break back into the new opening gap. Oof. All right, nice, nice. So once we get, let's see what structures. That's the thing I've got to get comfortable with, like the structures that it makes as it's moving, right? So we've taken this low out. We've got this guy. It's acted as support. So I'm going to move my stop to about right there. So how many ticks is that? 196. All right, cool. So let's see what we do when we get here. All right, we're continuing down. Nice. So my stop now, I'm going to wait for them to take that low out. So we've got this 1 minute, and I'm going to hang out about right here. This is somewhat balanced. And that's locking in 233 ticks. Okay, all right. All right, let's see. Whoa, okay, all right, all right. So that's happened. Beautiful. My stop's here. Right there, which is locking in 292 ticks. And the low, the 15-minute low that we're going for is right under here. Okay, so I'm just gonna do that because that's all I'm looking for. Let's go back to our 1 minute. So we're really close to our take profit with that nice drop. That's with one contract, right? I'm gonna do this because I'm not giving up anything at this point. I mean, I could be thinking they can go all the way down, but I'm not going to. Okay. This needs to hold it as support. I'm gonna be like this because I don't want to give up my money. This 365 ticks of juiciness needs to remain heavy. And then there we have it. Or at least it would have been. All right. There we go. And then flatten. And then, oh my God. $22,850 with one contract, just managing it all the way down. So like that's what I want to work up to, right? That would have been nice and juicy as a lunchtime. This is not even a lunchtime run. This is the ultimate low. They're gonna go there. But it's a sideways day, so I don't trust it. All right, so we're at 1:30, same day. Let's take that off. Let's take that off. So it's 1:30, whatever we've been reaching for. So we went up and took all of that. This is the next place. So let's see, bare minimum, if we can get a short here. Sell side liquidity right there. So it's 1:30. I'm gonna go down to, matter of 5 minutes, go down to 1 minute. So my general desire is for like them to take out these relatively equal highs. And let's look at the 5 minutes. We have a low, lower low. Oh, shoot. Okay. Traded through. So we do have a breaker. Um, actually, let's see how they behave inside of the wick of this breaker right here, this bullish breaker. There's also a fair value gap in here too. So I don't know, it might be a good idea to take a quick long to take out those highs. I don't know. I find that whenever I ignore that 5 minute shift, I'm always wrong. So 140. Let's see, 4, 3, 2, 1. And see what I just did there? I negated my own thing, right? We've been slowly reaching for that potentially. Where do we get stopped? Not even at the midpoint of this wick right here. So we busted down into it. So I think we're still going down, but so I want to wait for them to take this out and then give me some indication. But there's nothing wrong with taking, if we could have taken a long up to take out these relatively equal highs up here. So let's see. Okay. No opportunity here. Little one there. Excuse me. I'm looking for this to get taken out first. Okay. Doesn't really have to, but all right. So let's say that they didn't take that out. Like I'm really wanting to see that high swept first. Let's see. So no, didn't give us any chance there. Maybe it comes back up. Still waiting on that high to get swept. If I miss the trade, that's okay. So we have a, it's on the 5 minute. Yeah, so still looking for this to get taken. Um, oh, well, thanks for the foretelling. Rude. Yeah, so just don't like it. So need to wait. So we obviously see that this actually, I'm being silly, right? We do have a bullish breaker. I wanted to take that out. Why wouldn't I take that, right? Silly Shakira. Let's do a little forecasting here. So if this is the low and the high of the breaker, how far can you go above that high? Let's see, -2 was 1.5. So maybe we can grab a, you know, grab a long into that. Okay, so it's kind of cheating because we know it's going to go up there. But I'm trying my best to trust my breakers. And we know we have this juiciness and a fair value gap right here. So, and we're inside of this new week opening gap. So why not try for that? Maybe, that. So let's see, what does that look like? Let's see what that, if I were to take the long from here, 218, maybe I just go for that. 1.5. And I got 48 ticks right there, approximately. All right, so I would buy right here. Just buy right there. All right, and let's see. And probably get a potential entry, the fair value gap. Yeah, right there. Take that one. Okay. All right, let's manage this. We're just going for 1.5. This guy right here. Let's see. All right, so what time is it? 2:10. All right. Right. All right. So flatten. So I would have taken that and been okay. 1.5. And now I'm literally just waiting for an opportunity to go short. In fact, probably not even waiting to do anything at all. So here's down close candle. Let's go 30 seconds. All right. So we've swept everybody. Come up here. There's all of this balanced price range right here that I didn't want to fight with. So do that. And so on the 30-second, let's see if they give us some opportunity. That's a big fat no. All right, so we're just gonna wait. They want to go up higher. Okay. All right, so that's a more decisive. Let's go to the 30-second now. Do we give us something? And at this point, having made that much for the day, I probably would have stopped trading. But let's see. What kind of... Yes, that would do. And I would be checking to see if we could get down to the lows that they never made it down to. Probably not even that. From here, I'd be perfectly okay with hitting that, if I'm being honest. So let's see. All right, they left another fair value gap right here. They'll probably take that one and go. Didn't even give us the opportunity. So here's another one. We're at the midpoint. And at this point, I want to see if this fair value gap becomes an inversion fair value gap. So we're at the midpoint of so I've gotten no opportunities to get in on that trade. And it's already heading right back down, or back to this breaker, which has already done its job. And then we're heading back down to where we want to go. So that's kind of unfortunate because, not even that one, not even that one, definitely not that one. That's the only thing, and that's too close to where I wanted it to go. So I wouldn't have been able to get in on that trade at all. Okay, so yeah, that's what full pulls could look like with a single contract. That's Monday. All right, let's delete that. Let's delete all of this. All right, let's enjoy some Tuesday action, right? So that was the Monday, now Tuesday. Great. Okay. And most of this is to figure out what I could have done better, and how I could have managed myself better. It really is a process. All right, so let's drop down to a 1 hour and let's get back to the morning. This is Tuesday, 10 o'clock. So I took 10 o'clock. Okay. All right, so we're still hanging out in this range. And it's just going sideways, coming up from going down. I'm expecting lower prices. 9 o'clock. So what are we reaching for? So this is Monday's AM highs, Friday's AM lows, and Thursday's PM lows. And they're pretty relatively equal. So that's a nice juicy target right there for sell side. So what do we do? This is the London high right here. So some nice juicy buy side right there. And we took out the London lows, and we dropped below the new week opening gap. So per ICT, like when that does that, it might, showcase that they want to go lower. Let's see how they do around the midpoint of this thing. All right, so let's drop down to 15 minutes. And what news do we have on Tuesday? So we had Jolt's job opening at 10. So definitely couldn't do anything until after 10 o'clock. So we are at 9:45. We're going up. And let's drop to a 5 minute. 10 o'clock. So we're at the top of this thing, this daily wick. We just tap this volume bearish breaker right here. So let's see if they're going to sweep any of these highs. Let's look at this drop down to 1 minute. Okay. So 9:59. So gotta wait for 10 o'clock. These runs are just like blam in your face. So 10 o'clock on the 1 minute. I'm curious. ST showed something. Let's look at this on. Can I get a 1 second? No. Okay. All right. Let's go back to that. Right. So that's a very, very quick drop. So like I said, on the 15 minute, we had these relative equal lows. So nice potential place. On the 1 hour, obviously we drop way below it. But it's cheating. So initial reaction, boom, and new week opening gap the next minute. So I'm curious. So that's like one big drop, right? So I'm just curious. So with one giant drop and this being a thing, could I have known to take it from here? No, I could not have, because I would have waited for longer, more information. This continuation drop, though, could have spelled an opportunity. Let's see. I don't know if they would have even given us the opportunity. So we're inside of this opening range gap. I don't know. Could we have tapped that? Would that have made sense? And then reach for that? I don't know. Do they give it to us? Well, they give us that entry. Wow, look at that. So if I had taken that entry and did my typical 48-12 handles, I would not have been stopped out. I would have been no drawdown, and it would have tapped it right there. But I probably would have waited 15 minutes after that. So what time is it? It's about 10:15 now. Okay. So on the 5 minutes, we've dropped the high trade through. So lowest about here. They did tap into that. Let's see how they behave inside of here. So any sort of retracements. We've got this volume imbalance high. And all that stuff. What time is it? 10:18. Okay. So 10:18, we start to see some kind of movement back up. My desire would be for an entry probably about here. Where else could they go, right? So this volume imbalance high, the wick of this CE, something like that would have been okay, I think. Trading news, I probably just skip it and just wait for the afternoon, right? So the question becomes, we're on the 1 minute. We got two fair value gaps. I would be expecting something like this. That's too much. Would that be worth it? Maybe a little bit below it, something like that. If it's going to retrace at all. Okay. They do like to return to sell side. And when there's two of them, I usually assume they're going to tap. I gotta do this because I need to be above this candle for a high, and that's too much. Let me go back to the potential entry area here. 6.2. And that gives me, yes, okay. I don't know if it lets us do that. Because it's all about how it behaves inside of here. So we have but it's been pretty heavy. I don't know if I want to take any longs. Let's look at this 30 seconds here. Would it even be worth it, like for just 80 ticks? Yeah, it wouldn't have been worth it for that. So I really trust it. It's the 1 minute we're accumulating. So I'd want them to take out that high at minimum and then give me a red candle. They take it out? No. All right, so there we go. There we go. So now they've taken all of this. Let's see if they leave us something juicy. Okay, so we have this fair value gap right here, very small one. And see if we can't get to that. See if they give us an opportunity. Okay. All right. No opportunity there. Maybe this one. Dang. Okay. There's this fair value gap. Okay. All right, so let's sell right here. Let's see if we get that. I like the turning there. Does that look like on the 1 minute? Looks like we took stuff out to go up. Well, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I get stopped out. It's just that simple. So, okay, so from my entry, I have 48 ticks to play with. Oh. So it's a heavy day. All right, so, and from there, if I were to put like where could it go once it leaves this low right here? All right, so the halfway point is really close to midpoint, so let's see if we can get down there. Okay. Okay. So I should have just taken what I wanted right here and just been okay with that. But we're going to watch this fair value gap right here and see. Take that off. And see. Right. Now, in terms of stop loss management, my stop would be right above here. It's not giving back much of this. So we don't want it to leave that area a little bit more. So that's good, right? Okay. All right, and then I would just flatten right around there. The one would be the other end of this, which, yeah, So just midpoint's perfectly fine. And we're so close to this, I guess my thought process was they might dig a little deeper into it. So what time is it? 11? So I would have gotten into that trade at 10:37 to go down. There would have also been the concern that, I could take a long up, but with that sweep and then no, let's see, would they have faked me out? Nothing there, yeah. And then once we, yeah, started breaking down and then not taking, because this sweep, we should just be going up after that, right? We swept, we just kept going down, we kept taking the lows out, making lower highs. Gotta remember that nuance with this stuff. So that would be what I would, in a perfect world when I'm not emotional or being weird. Okay. So I obviously had a few things in here that I was considering in the evenings on Tuesday. I took a loss, so I told myself I couldn't trade anymore. The third. There, see? Well, I think that's what I told myself. That's Monday, the third. Yeah, so I was being irrational again, obviously. I think I was trying to go long a lot. So this week wasn't my best showing. So I traded once on Monday, good job. 3 times, 4 times on Tuesday, nothing on Wednesday, bad things on Thursday, and then nothing on Friday. I had some good setups on Wednesday too. This is what I should have been doing. I mean, it's really heavy, staying below whatever's. It's really it's really a process. It really is. Oh, which reminds me, while I'm at it, let me update my trading uh my percentages, seeing how the method's working. So let's take a quick pause from that and adjust windows really quickly. Okay, so I'm gonna so 9:19, so from 9:26:23 um so following the method, we got 1 0 and 0, so trade method didn't work, stupid. Okay. And then from 9:27:23, I haven't updated this. Let's do that now. One trade, good one. 1 0 0. And then from 9:28, 8:23. Let's see. I had 1, 2, 3. Okay, so one good one and and one. So not the best day. Then 10, 2, 3, 1, 0. Oops, put that back. 0. Just calculating the how well the trade method's doing percentage wise. So 10, 3. I one of them would have worked. One didn't. One didn't. The third one, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So I definitely took 2 stupid trades that day. So yeah, that was me. And then 10, 5, 23. Literally all of them were stupid trades, I think. Just me pushing and pushing. So right now the win rate is at 32.26%, which is not great. All right, back to our regularly scheduled programming. So in my mind, until I can move this to above 50% win rate, actually not 50, I'm going with 80%, then I will open up an account. Until that happens, not not doing it because it'd just be stupid. So my real paper account was just gonna stay as it is. So I was doing relatively well. I was at this point 11:15, and then I just started eating into it. And then on the fifth, once I took that first loss, I knew I should have stopped, and I just dug deeper into it. Anyway, so let's head into what would be. So we're still digging. We're into this volume imbalance. It's really heavy. There's juicy lows down here to be taken. This wick to contend with. So let's wait for the afternoon. Go have some lunch. So I'm gonna wait for about 1:15. It's 12 o'clock. Retracement. So hold on. So about here is where I guess I was looking for something. I swept these highs. Da, da, da. Did they come back up? Let's see. So we're coiling back up. Because that wasn't a sweep. It was still, so we would have been waiting for that to happen. And then a down close candle. Let's get a better one than that. Okay. And then like drop to the 30 seconds. Okay. And just wait. All right, so that's why that's there. And then sell in right there with a stop above there. It's a down day, so okay. So once it leaves this low, it should be okay with a stop loss right above here. Shouldn't come back up. Reducing my risk. See if this holds it up. It's a pretty heavy down day, so I was looking for the CE of this. Huh. All right, so far we've hit about 80 ticks. I could have just been like, all right, let's go for that low, which is just right there, and flatten. Just keep it simple. Take the low out. Done and dusted. So not bad. I don't know if they actually made it down there, if I'm being honest with you. Heavy sorts of day, right? So obviously, well, obviously they did. Let's take a quick gander here. So if we take this high, once we left this low, 2 standard deviations down here, 1.5 is here, so, and 1 would have been right there. Gotta learn to trust it. So, yeah, looks like they absolutely made it. They get it to 2. Just about. Right there. Right there. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, take that off. All right. So let's see. It's 5 minutes. We've just taken this low out. And why is this a solid? Let's do that because you're making me feel like it's messing with me. All right. So drop in, just keep dropping. 1:45. Let's see what 2 o'clock gives us, right? Let's drop in and see if they choose to stop at the end of this thing. It's 5 minutes. We swept that. Let's drop to a 1 minute. All right. So obviously I wanted an entry here. We have up close candles, drop to the 30 seconds. That's why. Okay. Do we get something to give us an entry? Yup. Okay, so let's buy it right there. So let's see if we could have, that's 39 ticks. So if we do 48, we get more buffer like we're supposed to. And just aiming for these relative equal highs up here. Makes sense. All right. It's pretty heavy. So that doesn't look very inviting. Giving us another opportunity. We gotta leave this high. Here we go. So this is 109 ticks. So we're at the midpoint. It's quite possible for it to want to roll back. So my stop would be right under here to make it. But I mean, it's such a juicy little high. Why wouldn't you want to go up there? So we did touch it right there. So I would just flatten there and take that. Not worry about it because it's a little bit more decisive right there. Okay. So that would have worked. So let's go back up to 1 minute. So that would be like a temporary run up. So on a 5 minute, what would we have to show a proper shift? This guy right here. Low, lower low, short-term high. It's not what I would like to see though, so I don't really trust it. Right? And if we look at the order flow, where is that thing? We've been dropping and dropping and dropping, but we've been stopping at this low right here. So maybe. But if I took that and I got that, I probably wouldn't take any more trades for the day. But let's see what happens here per what I was thinking at the time. So we have these equal highs, we came into this order block, and I wanted to see. So it would have had to give me a down close candle. After that, taking all that, and then wait for a short. So we didn't get it. So go back up to the 1 minute. That's a decisive down close candle. All right, let's go to 30 seconds. And let's see. So this is where I wanted it to be, but we didn't. This immediate rebalance. We didn't get anything. So it felt like it was still going up. So that wouldn't have worked. All right, so we went up and we touched the midpoint, and now we get another one. Okay, all right, so now we get back down. Do we get, all right, so this one, do we get a opportunity? Nothing there. Okay, this fair value gap. I find that when there's two of them, it can tap the other one, but sometimes it won't go back up there. So this is, and this one's exactly at equilibrium. So probably doesn't go back up there. Oh, okay. We left this low, so uh never made it back up there, but it filled all that in. So this entry there with a 48 tick stop would have been fine, I think. As long as we keep taking out lows. Or maybe, took that low and came back up. Well, looks like it would have worked. Still wouldn't have been stopped out though. With that 48 tick stop loss. It would have been uncomfortable. And maybe I could have just waited. But yeah. And That's just below that low. And that's one standard deviation's kind of shy of it. Maybe this will act as resistance. And then, oh, man, take that off, sorry. Anyway. But even with this entry, I would have been okay. Just look for that low to get taken out. Nice. Oh, it would be nice. This would be nice instead of this. All right, let's dip to Wednesday. I mean, can skip Thursday because I'm not. Yeah, so those are the days. So that's so Wednesday in the AM is what he says. Iced tea, that is. All right, so shall see. And just 1 hour, and let's get to the AM session. Oh, so that's the lows. Where's 10 o'clock? It's right there. So I'm finding that I'm always finding some kind of setup. So right now, what are we looking at? What news do we have on Wednesday? We had 10 a.m. ISM services. Yep. Okay. So what do we have? We have two highs right here, one here, one here. This is Tuesday AM highs and the London lows down here. Its high's already been decimated. Uh, so we'll see. Look at that breaker and how it behaves inside of it. Breaker, New Week opening gap high, fair value gap, beautiful combinations. Anyway, so, oh, I have something in here. Stop definite 15 minutes. So I was looking for a long. I didn't trade at all on Wednesday. I just tape read it, if you can believe that. Just tape read it. Sigh. All right, so 9. All right, so we're just gonna wait for the 10 o'clock news. So we've been on a buy program. No significant lows have been taken. See? So let's see. 9:55, 10:05. Let's go to 1 minute. All right, so we're still relatively bullish. We're at this high right here. Fair value gap. Let's see if we can hold it up and act as support. Okay. Well, there was sell side in here. I guess thought we were going to continue on higher. So I put this here. So let's see. So we have a 1 minute. So we'd have to have a up close candle. All right, let's go down to 30-second. Sometimes when I see these, like I get really nervous because then I worry it's going to act as resistance at this point. Ah, that's why. Okay. And just looking for this high to get taken out. I see what I was thinking. Got it? All right. With that, I worked, and this is 41. So 48 takes approximately right there. Okay. Well below that fair value cap. So then I would have bought right there. And see, we'd have gotten that high taken out. Yes, we would have. No, if I go to 1 minute, so I would have gotten that high and flattened and been okay. 116 ticks, not bad. 15-minute high is up here. So, but low-hanging fruit was a better choice. And it was a sweep. So you go to 30-second accumulation, fair value gap. They've taken this high out, so it's not weird for a short. Let's see what that would have looked like. Okay, yeah. And then let's see if they can finish that up. Like something like that. Look at that. Stopped out immediately. Yeah. But this is why you don't do it unless it's taken out something significant, right? So like this had the reason why I took that one had taken out that low, that 15-minute low, and then gave me something significant low. So whenever you do it the other way, it doesn't quite work. In any case, that would have worked nicely. All right, so let's look at the afternoon. Oof. 10:30. Let's see, what would that have looked like? It's another sweep, rejection, and didn't give anybody any chances. Let's look at the afternoon. Okay, wait. So here's a nice high that had just been taken out, right? Let's go look at that. Nice high, 15-minute taken out. Because these things happen all the time, right? Took this out. First down close candle, dropped to a 30-second. Look at that. Beautiful. And then just aim for, you know, the closest juicy hope low in my mind was that. Look at that. Beautiful. I mean, this low is also, from a 15-minute would be nice right down here. I don't know. Do they get there? No. So this low got to be equal. I'm okay with that. That's 262 ticks. That's a lot, and this would have been well within the 10 o'clock time frame. Just like a nice significant shift, right? This one was fine. This one, they came back down to it. Look, they came back down to it. Low, lower, low, very bullish breaker. Stayed inside of it. Fair value gap. Took off. Nice. I gotta remember that I sometimes get lost in testing out new things and not focusing on what works for me. But, this is why I backtest and test things out. Because look at it. Since London, it's been on like a buy program the whole time. So where's it reaching for? So on the 15-minute, we had this fair value gap right up here. The new weight gap opening high. Does it make it up there? Yeah, look at that. Yeah. So really just need to pay attention to where the flow is. And any like short-term sweeps are really just that, like sweeps in a continuation, right? Until they like stop you out. So crazy. So crazy. Anyway, it's about 8:49. What is this, an hour 19 into this? I'm gonna stop with this video for the moment and go grab some breakfast. Maybe take a walk, get some fresh air, and come back and do some more backtesting. Backtesting on the weekends, live demo trade attempts during the week, and tape reading. In any case, it's a beautiful weekend. Rest your brains. Oh, I took 2 painkillers. They've kicked in, which is great. So, I'm striving to get to that point where I can trust my analysis and be dispassionate about the losses. And I'm gonna be super honest with you. Like, on Friday, my my mental state was not in the right place and I really wanted to reset this. But I'm like, no, no, you can't reset it. It's still in a profit from where you started. And it's okay to have losses. It's okay. Even if they're stupid losses, it's okay. So like short, short, long, long. Like I was all over the place on Friday. It's bad. In any case, I think that's it for this one. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Get some rest. I'm going to do the same. Eat good. Take good care of yourself. Be safe on your journey. Thanks for joining me on mine. Shakira, out.